Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to our video lecture series which is based on the difference equation part 1. So we were discussing the first unit of DE first, and previously in the previous videos we have seen the difference operator, some properties of that, and then we had seen some factorial falling factorial power, and next to it we have seen some summation properties, and today we are going to see examples which is based on the summation. Okay, so the first problem is find the solution of y of t plus 2 minus 2y t plus 1 plus y of t equals to falling factorial t to the falling 2. Okay, where t is equals to 0, 1, 2 and up to so on, where we have given y of 0 equals to minus 1 and y of 1 equals to 3. Okay, so we have to find the solution of this equation. So let's start with the solution. We know that this is our given difference equation. Okay, and we can write this as y of t plus 2 minus 2y t plus 1 plus y of t as delta square yt. If we solve this, we get y of t plus 2 minus 2y t plus 1 plus y of t. Okay, so we have write it like delta square y of t equals to t to the following factorial 2. Okay, we know that if delta is applying on y of t and we shift this to this side, it becomes summation. That is, if we have given like delta y of t and here we have falling t to the falling 2. So if we shift this delta to this side, it will become summation. Okay, so if we shift this delta to t to the following 2, it will become summation, and there are two deltas here. So one is remaining and one became summation. Okay, so delta y of t is equals to summation for t to the following 2 plus c1. This is the constant. Okay, then we are applying summation over t to the following 2. So what is formula for summation over t to the following 2? That is equals to t to the following 3 upon 3 plus c1, and this c1 is constant. Then again we are applying this delta on this and it will become summation. Okay, so therefore y of t is equals to summation on t to the following 3 upon 3 plus summation over c1 and again this constant. Therefore summation on this becomes 1 by 3 outside into t to the following 4 upon 4 plus c1 of t plus c2. Then t to the following 4 as it is, 4 into 3 12 plus c1 of t plus c2. Now we have to find this constants. Then y of 0 is equals to 1, minus 1. We have given this y of 0 equals to minus 1. That will imply if we put t equals to 0 here, so what we get, c2 equals to minus 1. And if we put y equals to t equals to 1, that is y of 1 equals to 3. If we put t equals to 1, what we get, c1 equals to 4. Okay, so we have obtained the two constant, that is c1 equals to 4 and c2 equals to minus 1. So we are putting this into this equation. Okay, into this equation. So what it becomes, y of t equals to t to the following 4 by 12. This is as it is plus c1 ची value काय आहे, c1 equals to 4. Okay, so 4t and c2 is minus 1, so 4t minus 1. So what is our solution, y of t equals to t to the following 4 by 12 plus 4t minus 1, and this is our required solution of this given equation. Okay, I hope you get it. So we'll see the next one. next example is, suppose that each side of an upward pointing equilateral triangle is divided into n equal parts. So we have given an equilateral triangle, okay, and we have to count the number of upward pointing. So if this is the equilateral triangle, so how many upward pointing triangles, okay, how many upward pointing equilateral triangles are there, we have to find that. So we have to suppose that each side of an upward pointing equilateral triangle is divided into n equal parts, okay. So this each side is divided into n equal parts, and these parts are then used to partition the original triangle into smaller equilateral triangle as in the figure, okay. अगर ये अपन ने डिवाइड कर दिए n पार्ट्स में, सपोज दिस आर द डिविजन्स, ओके, ये एक साइड हो गई और इस साइड को अपन ने n पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया, ओके। सो अगर ये n इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर रहे हैं तो ये एक दूसरे को अगर डिवाइड करके ट्रायंगल्स भी बना रहे हैं ना, देखो यहाँ पे अगर अपन ने इसको फर्स्ट पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया, ये एक ट्रायंगल बन गया, देन सेकेंड, ये फिर से यहाँ पे दो ट्रायंगल्स बन रहे हैं। ऐसे अगर अपन ने n बार डिवाइड करा तो ये उतने टाइम एक दूसरे को ट्रायंगल बनाते हुए डिवाइड करते जाएंगे, ठीक है। देन वी हैव टू फाइंड दैट हाउ मेनी अपवर्ड पॉइंटिंग ट्रायंगल्स, दैट इज y ऑफ n ऑफ ऑल साइजेस आर देर। या फिगरमध्ये एक हा, दोन हे, अशा टाईपमध्ये किती अपवर्ड पॉइंटिंग ट्रायंगल्स बनतील हे आपल्याला सांगायचं, मग ते कुठल्याही साईजचे असो, ऑफ ऑल साइजेस, ओके. सो we'll see with, note that y of 1 equals to 1. आता कन्सिडर करू हा फर्स्ट, ओके. सो y of 1 equals to 1, देन y of 2 equals to 4. कसं काय, दोनदा जर का डिवाइड करतोय, हा फर्स्ट हा सेकंड, ओके, तर हा झाला फर्स्ट ट्रायंगल, सेकंडसाठी हा सेकंड ट्रायंगल, हा थर्ड ट्रायंगल आणि हा एक ओरिजिनल, ठीक आहे. तर 1 2 3 आणि हा एक मोठा, असे 4. सो y ऑफ 2 इक्वल्स टू 4. देन अगेन फॉर y ऑफ 3, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, okay. So y of 3 will be equals to 10. आणि असंच आपण काउंट करत गेलो तर आपल्याला y of 4, y of 5, y of 6 अशा व्हॅल्यूज मिळत जातात, ठीक आहे. सो y of 1 equals to 1, y of 2 equals to 4, y of 3 equals to 10 and up to so on, okay. Now consider that the case each side of original triangle has been divided into n plus 1 equal parts, okay. सो कन्सिडर करायचं आहे की ही जी एक किंवा यांची प्रत्येक जी साईड राहील, ईच साईड ऑफ ओरिजिनल ट्रायंगल आर डिवायडेड इंटू n प्लस 1 इक्वल पार्ट्स. आपण आता काय बघितलं होतं की n इक्वल पार्ट्समध्ये जर का डिवाइड केलं तर काय होईल. आता आपल्याला कन्सिडर करायचं आहे की जर n प्लस 1 इक्वल पार्ट्समध्ये डिवाइड केला प्रत्येक साईडला तर काय होईल. If we ignore the last row of small triangles, the remaining portion has yn upward pointing triangles. आता जर का n प्लस 1मध्ये आपण डिवाइड करतोय आणि लास्ट ही जी लाईन आहे ट्रायंगल्सची ही आपण इग्नोर केली तर उरेल काय, n उरेल, कारण आपण कन्सिडर केलं आहे की n प्लस 1 टाइम इक्वल पार्ट्समध्ये आपण डिवाइड केलं आहे, ओके. सो अगर n प्लस 1मध्ये डिवाइड केलेलं आहे आणि याला इग्नोर केलं तर उरेल काय, n उरेल. सो रिमेनिंग पोर्शन हॅज y ऑफ n अपवर्ड पॉइंटिंग ट्रायंगल्स. नाव वी विल कन्सिडर द लास्ट रो, ओके. दिस लास्ट रो जर याला कन्सिडर केलं आपण तर n प्लस 1 इथे राहील ना, n प्लस 1 टाइम्सवाला जो कन्सिडर केलेला असेल तो राहील लास्ट रोसाठी, ओके. सो n प्लस 1 इथे ट्रायंगल्स तयार होतील, ओके. सो n प्लस 1 प्लस n मायनस 1 and up to so on plus 1 additional upward pointing triangles will be in the last row, okay. First we have considered that each side of these equilateral triangle are divided into n plus 1 equal parts. Okay, this each side is divided into n plus 1 equal parts. Then we consider that we have ignored this small triangles which are in the last row. Okay, and if we ignore this, we can say that upward pointing triangles in this section up to this, okay, from 1 to this, we can say that there are y of n upward pointing triangles. Then we consider the last row. Here we can say if we are stopping here, we can get n triangles. So next one will be n plus 1. So in the last row, we can say n plus 1 triangles are there. So we are counting it n plus 1 plus n minus 1 plus up to so on plus 1 additional upward pointing triangles are there in the last. Thus, we can write it like this: y of n plus 1 equals to y of n plus 1 plus n and up to so on plus 1. This is the whole equilateral triangle, and we can count it like y of n up to the last second row like this. We can say it in figure. Up to this we can count it as y of n. Okay, so up to this it is y of n, and the last one is n plus 1. Okay, so we have written y of n plus 1 is equals to y of n, and the last one this is. Okay, so y of n plus 1, and if we shift this y of n as y of n plus 1 minus y of n, and the remaining portion is as it is. So what is this? Y of n plus 1 minus y of n. We can write it like delta y of n. Okay, and equals to n plus 1 plus n plus up to so on plus 1. If we write n factorial, that is, or we can say if we count 1 plus 2 plus up to so on up to n, we can write n into n plus 1 by 2, correct? And we have now n plus 1 n up to so on 1. If we count by backward side, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on n, and then we have another one term, that is n plus 1. So if we have this, we can write it like n plus 1 n plus 2 by 2. Okay, so on the place of this we have write n plus 1 n plus 2 by 2. Now we are taking out the 1 by 2, and for this we can write n plus 2 falling factorial 2. Okay, so delta y of n is equals to 1 by 2 n plus 2 to the falling 2. Therefore, if we shift this to here, we can write y of n, and it will become here summation. So what it gives, 1 by 2 into n plus 2 to the falling 3 by 3 plus c. And we had to count the number of equilateral triangles which are upward pointing. Okay, so we are getting y of n as this, but we need to find the value of c for the number of upward pointing triangles. So now what we have to do, since y of 1 equals to 1, correct, y of 1 is 1, therefore 3 to the falling factorial 3 equals to 6. यहाँ पे n की जगह पे 1 पुट करेंगे तो n प्लस 2 जो है वह बन जाएगा 1 प्लस 2, that is 3 to the falling 3 by 6 plus this c equals to 1. Okay, so what will we give this? So c equals to 1, and this will become 3 into 2 into 1 upon 6. Okay, that is 3 into 2 6 into 1, 6 by 6 1, and 1 minus 1 0. So we are getting c equals to 0. So if we put c equals to 0 here, we can get the value of y of n as n plus 2 to the falling 3 by 6, and these are the number of upward pointing triangles here. Okay, so therefore y of n equals to n plus 2 the following 3 by 6 are the upward pointing triangles are there. Okay, so this was the equilateral triangle which are pointing upward. Okay, and now you have homework for the downward pointing triangles. Okay, these are upward pointing, so we had to find these triangles. Okay, and we had find it. So what we get, y of n equals to n plus 2 to the following 3 by 6. These were upward pointing, and now you have to find the downward pointing. So this is downward pointing, this is downward pointing. सो आता तुम्हाला हे फाइंड करायचं आहे की याच इक्विलॅटरल ट्रायंगलमध्ये डाउनवर्ड पॉइंटिंग ट्रायंगल्स किती असतील. सो दिस इज द होमवर्क फॉर यू. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट इज वन example. We have to compute the summation over t into a to the power t. We have to find the summation of this product. So as we remember that in the differentiation or the integration, we have seen that we had LIATE, that is the Liat rule. Logarithmic, what is this? LIATA. So logarithmic, inverse, arithmetic, trigonometric and exponential. This was the rule we were applying when we apply the product rule on the two functions. Okay, but here we don't have any rule like this. So what will we do? So आपल्याकडे आहेत दोन फंक्शन. ठीक आहे, तर दोन फंक्शनपैकी आपल्याला एक फंक्शन फर्स्ट फंक्शन म्हणून कन्सिडर करावं लागेल आणि दुसरं सेकंड फंक्शन म्हणून. ठीक आहे, तर असे फंक्शन्स चूज करायचे. फर्स्ट फंक्शन असं चूज करायचं ज्याचा की डेल्टा आपण कन्सिडर केला तर तो लगेच आपण सॉल्व केल्यानंतर 1 आला पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, ॲज इट हिअर. सो आपण जर का वाय ऑफ टी फर्स्ट फंक्शन कन्सिडर केलं आणि त्याचा डेल्टा काढला तर काय डेल्टा जर काढला तर डिरेक्टली तो आपल्याला 1 मिळतो. तर त्यामुळे आपण फर्स्ट फंक्शन कन्सिडर केलं आहे वाय ऑफ टी ॲज टी आणि सेकंड फंक्शन कन्सिडर केलं आपण ए टू द पॉवर टी. ओके, आपल्याकडे फॉर्म्युला होता समेशन ऑफ y of t आणि delta z of t. Okay, so this is the first function and this is the second function. So for first function we had consider t and for second function we had consider a to the power t. Okay, so now we will solve. So if we apply delta on y of t, that is delta of t, what we get 1. Okay, and same for z of t. So this delta will be applied on this a of t as a to the power t as summation. So z of t is equals to summation over a to the power t, and for summation we have formula that is equals to a to the power t by a minus 1. This is the summation for a to the power t. Okay, and e of z of t आपल्याला फॉर्म्युलामध्ये माहिती आहे. या फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला शिफ्टची व्हॅल्यू आहे. ओके, सो शिफ्ट ऑफ झेड ऑफ टी इज इक्वल्स टू, याला शिफ्ट अप्लाय करायचं आहे. ठीक आहे, याच्यावरती ई अप्लाय केल्यानंतर काय मिळेल ए टू द पॉवर टी प्लस 1 अपॉन ए मायनस 1 दॅट इज इक्वल्स टू ए अपॉन ए मायनस 1 आपण बाहेर काढला, उरलं काय ए टू द पॉवर टी. आता ह्याच्यावरती आपल्याला समेशन बाय पार्ट अप्लाय करायचं आहे या प्रोडक्टवरती. ठीक आहे, so summation of t into a to the power t will be equals to first function t into summation of second, that is a to the power t upon a minus 1. Okay, minus summation of delta y of t is 1 and a into a to the power t a minus 1, that is shift of z of t. Okay, this is equals to t into a to the power t upon a minus 1 minus a upon a minus 1 बाहेर काढला, summation over a to the power t. Then t into a to the power t upon a minus 1 as it is, and a minus 1 as it is, we are applying summation on this a to the power t. So we are getting summation of a to the power t is equals to a to the power t upon a minus 1. So here a to the power t and a minus 1, a to the power t upon a minus 1 is common. So we are taking it outside, and what is remaining? T minus a upon a minus 1 plus c of t. Okay, c of t is the constant term. Okay, therefore that is equals to this bracket, first t minus a upon a minus 1 into a to the power t upon a plus a minus 1 plus c of t, and this is the required answer. Okay, so summation of t into a to the power t is equals to t minus a upon a minus 1 into a to the power t upon a minus 1 plus c of t. Then the next example is, we have to compute the summation for tc5 and tc2. Okay, so let's start with the solution. Let y of t equals to tc2. आता सेम इथे आपण अप्लाय करणार आहे, जे मागे सांगितलं, मागच्या एक्झाम्पलमध्ये सांगितलं, असे हे कन्सिडर करायचे फंक्शन्स. फर्स्ट फंक्शन असं कन्सिडर करायचं ज्याचा डेल्टा आपल्याला लवकरात लवकर 1 मिळून जाईल. ठीक आहे, सो आपण इथे कन्सिडर केलं y ऑफ t इज इक्वल्स टू tc2, and second function consider केला आहे delta z of t is equals to tc5. Now delta y of t will be equals to tc1 and z of t will be equals to summation of tc5, that is equals to tc6. And if we are applying shift on this, so e of z of t is equals to t plus 1 c6. Okay, and now we are applying summation by parts. So y of t is tc2 and delta z of t is tc5. So by applying parts we get summation over tc2 into tc5, that is equals to tc2 then tc6. What is this? It is z of t. Okay, minus summation over delta y of t, that is tc1, and e z of t, that is shift of z of t, that is t plus 1 c6. Then we are applying again parts on this. This is as it is, minus summation over tc1 and t plus 1 c6 will be giving these terms. Okay, first is tc2 minus tc2 into tc6 minus tc1 t plus 1 c7 minus summation over this delta y of t. So y of t will be 1 and t plus 2 and c7. Okay, then by solving this we get tc2 tc6 minus tc1 t plus 1 c7 plus shift on this, so t plus 2 c8 plus our constant function. So by applying parts we can find the product of such examples. Okay, now you are having some homework to do, and this is, first is summation over t to the power 2 into 3 to the power t. Second one is summation over tc2 square, and the third one is t upon t plus 1, t plus 2 and t plus 3. So these three examples you have to do in your homework. Okay, and this is all for today's lecture, and we will see the next part in the next video. Till then, thank you so much. We will meet in the next video.